Hey everyone, so this is continuing from a post I did about being a leader in your own life and using emotional content from your past experiences to help fuel that expansion into being the best integral leader in your own life. And ultimately, when you're leading your own life in a really integral way, and that's your focus, you're able to expand that out, and it just naturally expands out into other people. The mirroring and the polarities that are starting to, the switches flipping inside, that starts to reflect very differently to the outside world. So anger, I talked about anger in the last post, and anger is about, the fuel to say no to things that aren't good for you. Help you say yes, and a confident yes to things that are good for you and good for your path, and you becoming the best leader you can in your own life. It's there to say yes to looking after your body and your health and your energy levels. Because in the end, it's not really about time management, it's more about energy management. That's the big thing. So we want to do everything to maximize energy. It's saying no to toxic people in your life who are wanting to pull you down and not support you. And it's a very clear way of seeing who really need to be your friends or should be your friends, or who you are a friend to in your own life. The people who want to build you up and want to back you and support you and really hear what you have to say, they're the people who are really good friends. And the ones who are constantly giving advice based on their own fears, their misunderstandings of you, their doubts, all that sort of stuff. Listen to doubt is a very good thing to help expand you. But if it's not supportive, it's like, are they really that much of a friend for that purpose where you need to go to? So grief, another really useful energy. Grief shows you what's dying inside of you or what's dead. So maybe it's the dream. Maybe you didn't think you could do the dream. Something wasn't right. There was something too strong in your psychology to stop you having that dream and expanding it out, when actually it's a big part of who you need to be and designed to be. So we look into grief and we ask, what is your wisdom here? What has died within me? What is dying? Where do I need to change? Where can I breathe more life into my everyday reality? Sadness. Sadness helps you reconnect with your past, especially to do with inner child, and help get answers and resolutions and reconnections to, especially to the inner child. It's good to have a connection to your inner child, because the inner child is connected to excitement and spontaneity. Natural and play is massive. Fun. Resentment, connecting to resentments, things that felt like should have happened that didn't, or things that did happen that shouldn't have. Resentments show you where your needs are not being met, and it's important to know what your needs are. And there's 16 needs that we all have or need to really be functional in the world and feel loved and all that sort of stuff. So resentment's got a big piece to play here. Disillusionment shows you where the fantasy was, what wasn't real, what you thought was real, because we all have mental perceptions of how we think reality is. And as we go through life with losses and gains and all sorts of stuff, we actually, that lens ideally is more cued onto what is actual reality and not just what we perceive it to be and think it to be. So disillusionment has a big input, getting rid of stuff that's, it's not real. And let's find out what is actually real, so life can be of greater value and have a much more richness inside everyday experiences too. Shame's a big one. Shame's usually at the bottom of the well when you're searching through emotions, because anger usually comes up quite fast. Anger or fear will come up to protect you from feeling shame. Shame is the massive reconnector to your true self. So when you accept shame, there's just this massive level of self-acceptance inside, things that you feel like, I just can't accept that happened, or that I accept those things about me. And disgust is a deeper form of shame, and it's another version of shame. So there's things in the world that are disgusting. There are things about ourselves generally that we don't like, that we feel is disgusting as well. So it's all part of the self-acceptance. This world has the darkest things here, and it has the brightest things too. So what's on the outside world will also be reflected on the inside world, and vice versa. So they're all things that you can use to help bring out the best self, the biggest self, because these are the things that people run away from, they avoid and don't want to work with, and they're actually huge powerhouses in the deep subconscious. So we're actually harnessing fuel to project it all into your future, planning where you need to be, who you need to be with, and all that sort of stuff. and it's all energy.